today I have for you a feel good flow. It's best if you have a mat, but you don't have to. Just provides a bit more grip and stability in some of our standing poses. I want to start out by saying that yoga is for everyone. However, if you have any past injuries or current injuries, it's always best to talk to your doctor or practitioner to get clearance before doing any sort of exercise. Because yoga is for everyone. So also, as we go through, if anything doesn't feel right, the rule of thumb, the first cardinal rule of yoga is to listen to your body. So if something doesn't feel right, please back off or come out of the pose so that you don't cause yourself any injury or discomfort. We're also going to look at a little bit of breath, because yoga is about uniting the body and the mind, or the body and the breath together. So we're going to do a bit of introductory work with the breath. And it might be different, it might feel a little strange at first, but I think you'll find that it's quite calming and energizing at the same time. So we're going to start in mountain pose. Come onto your mat or onto your towel or onto your carpet or wherever you're going to flow with us today. And you have a choice to either bring your feet hip distance apart, so stack your heels right underneath your hips, or bring your feet tight in together, toes touching, heels touching. Wherever you are, you want to really ground into the floor, into the earth. So feel, if you can, all four corners of your feet on the mat. From here, we're going to work from the ground up. So engaging through the legs, not just standing, engaging through the legs, up into the hips, into the shoulders, through the spine. So we want to lift and engage gently through the core, lifting the pelvic floor. Palms are going to send some energy forward. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And find some length here. We want to be tall and strong here. Okay, so we want energy and active connection through the floor. And we want to be lifting actively into the sky. So this is a standing mountain pose. And it's not just a standing pose. We want to feel actively engaged here. So through the arches of the feet, through the pelvic floor, through the neck and the head, we're engaging here. And then we're going to explore the breath a little bit here. So in yoga, we try to breathe through the nostrils. In and out. Just find your breaths to start with. With the inhale, you want a fully expansive breath through the torso. So feel your belly rise. You can even bring your hands to your belly. Feel your whole abdomen fill. And exhale, imagine the belly button is being pulled towards the spine. As we grow up and enter adulthood, we actually start to breathe incorrectly. And breath is a huge piece of health and wellness and dealing with stress and frustration. So we need to sometimes reteach ourselves how to breathe. Filling on the inhale, compressing on the exhale. Your hands back at your side if they're on your belly. We're just going to connect a little bit of movement with our breath now. So on the inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring them back down again. Do 3 more like that. Try to stretch your inhale as long as it takes for your arms to come up. And same with the exhale. 2 more. Be mindful of keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Last one. Excellent. Now stay where you are if you're not on a mat. If you're on your mat, you're going to step to the front of your mat. I'm going to stay back here just because the light's a little funny this morning. Okay? Again, feet stacked underneath your hips, or bring the foot soles together. It's up to you. And here we're going to inhale, rise just like we did. And exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back, fold forward, gentle fold. Okay? Now, yoga is for everyone, and if you understand that, you have to know that everyone is going to do yoga a little bit differently. So you may not look exactly like I look here. If this is your first day of yoga, or your 100th day, or your 10th year, you're going to be looking in a very different position. What we want here is we want to feel the earth through all four corners of our feet. We want to lengthen through the low spine. So we're going to lift the sit bones, keep the knees soft here. We just want the upper body to hang. Okay? And let your head shift side to side, up and down. We just want to kind of let it all hang out here. Exhale completely. Now, your next inhale, you're going to bend the knees. You're going to go right back up, root to rise, like we just did all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands down. Okay? Let's do that again. Inhale. Sweep everything up. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back. Bring it down. Couple breaths here, and then on your next inhale, we're going to bring all the way back up. Warming up the leg muscles here. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, rain it down. Now here on the next inhale, we're going to do what we call a halfway lift. So let's bring your hands to your thighs, to your shins, or fingertips to the floor, and it's straightening your back. So from tailbone to the top of your head, no wrinkles in the neck. We want to look down slightly forward and make as much length in our spine as possible. Notice the knees are still bent here. You might be here, you might be here, you might be here. Okay? Anything's fine. And inhale through the nose, exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Again, inhale up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale halfway. No wrinkles in the neck. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way back up. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to use this as a front just for my lighting here. We're going to step the left foot back into a warrior one. So the more stable you are, the stronger you are, the more balanced you are, the wider the step can be. If you're not so sure, don't take too wide of a step. Make sure that there's some space between your feet here. So the right foot is towards the right edge, left foot towards the left edge. Right toes are pointing straight ahead, left toes at like a 45-degree angle at the back here. We want a straight back left leg. We're going to put a slight bend in the front right knee. Okay, from here, on our inhale, just going to extend the arms up here. Okay. Now be mindful if you're sticking your belly out or folding or crunching anywhere here. You want to elongate the torso here. You want to sink down. So pull that right hip crease back a little bit and we'll lift to the sky. You can keep your gaze up or forward, it doesn't matter. Breathe here, strong legs. And then we're going to take the left arm back and down, right arm forward. And we're going to spin this foot out. Okay, so now our feet are perpendicular to each other. This is warrior two. Keeping a bend in the right knee. Knee should always be stacked over the heel. We don't want the knee going over the toes. Pressing into the outer edge of the left foot. Warrior two. Take your gaze out in front over your right middle finger if you can. Strong here. Again, be mindful of what your torso is doing. Is it collapsing? Anything sticking out in a funny way? We really want to lengthen here. And then we're going to pivot back to warrior one. Twist on the back foot and step forward. Okay, walk it out here. Let's try the other side. Step the right toes back now. Finding a nice wide stance if you need to. Straight back right leg at a 45-degree angle. And a bend left. Extend the arms. Again, sink into the pose here, pulling the left hip crease back a little bit. And lengthening through the torso. Bring the shoulders down, away from the ears. And then open up that right hip. Bring the right arm down. Warrior two. Okay, pressing into the outer edge of the right foot now. Looking out over the left fingertip. Nice and strong here. Shoulders down. Breathe here. And then swivel back to warrior one and step to the front. Walk it out here. Wonderful. Step the left toes back again. This time, step them open to that perpendicular step to begin with. Okay, we're going to keep the legs straight this time. So I've got left toes pointing, making an L shape here. Okay, arms nice and straight. So we're going to do a little triangle here, which means we're going to reach the right hand out over the right toes, sending the left hip back. Here we're going to drop the right arm, the right shoulder, and extend the left hand up as we can. Stay on your hip if you need to. Okay, feel a nice stretch in the left side body here. Careful that you're not collapsing. It's not a fold. Imagine there's a wall in front of you, a wall behind you. We're trying to slide down and pick up something that we've dropped here. Engage through the core. Your core is supporting you here. Belly button to spine. You can look up, look down, whatever's comfortable. Again, listen to your body. If it's too much, come up a bit. If you want to go deeper, take it all the way down. Pull the right shoulder back, the deeper you go. And then exhale completely. Inhale, engage the core, come up. We're going to take a little reverse triangle. So going in the opposite direction, take the left hand to the left thigh and reach the right arm up. Nice stretch through the front to right side here. And bring it down. Okay, I'm going to change the feet. So just turn the right toes in, turn the left toes out. Okay, straight legs here. Nice strong stance. So this time we're going to reach the left hand over left toes, then the right hip out and tip. Reach for those keys or that pencil, whatever it is you've dropped. Pull the right shoulder back. Again, if it's too much, just come up a bit. Engaging the core. Or if this feels good and you want to go deeper, take it all the way down. Pull that right shoulder back. Open up. Stacking right shoulder on left. Nice stretch here. And inhale, bring it up. And we're going to take reverse triangle. So bring the right hand down to the right thigh. Extend the left hand up. Look up. And bring it down. Good. And heel toe your feet together. We're going to do a little balancing pose this morning before we head down to the mat. So we're going to start by grounding the right foot into the ground. Bring your hands to your hips and try to lift the left toes up. Now, if balance is something that you struggle with, either on a regular basis or just today is not a good balancing day, feel free to use the wall. There's no problem with that whatsoever as you build up your balance. Okay, if this is good, you can interlace the hands and grab the knee. Instead of standing one-legged mountain here. You can stay here, or if you like, we can play with tree pose. So bringing the foot to the inner thigh or the inner shin, okay, or just the big toe on the mat, okay? But this is not just a relaxing. We must be engaged and long. So pressing into the standing leg, lifting through the torso, energy out through the top of the head. It's most important that you don't press on the knee. So your foot must stay below your knee, or if possible, it comes above the knee. If you're happy here, you can also stay here as well. It's working on some balancing. And wherever you are, with control, we never want to just collapse out of something. Bring it down. Walk the hips. Let's change to the other side. Bring right toes up, grounding through the left foot. We press into the left foot. Hold here, stay here, or use your wall if you need to, or come into a tree if you like. Breathe here. With balancing pose, we want to find a gazing point that is out and a little far away from us. So a tree in the distance, a picture on the other side of the room. And with control, wherever you are, bring it down. Great. We're going to make our way down to the mat now. So step to the front of our mat. We're going to inhale, stretch it up, exhale, fold it down. We're going to bring the hands to the mat, and we're going to come on to tabletop, or hands and knees. Okay, for tabletop or cat-cow, we want to make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists and the hips are stacked over the knees. Okay, so you might need to take a little time to adjust, but once you're here, you're good to go. So we're going to warm up our spine a little bit more with some cat-cow. So we inhale cow by dropping the belly, lifting the hips, opening through the heart, and exhale. We bring belly button to spine, we tuck chin to chest, and we arch our back like scared cat. Inhale, open through the heart. Exhale, belly button to spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, belly button to spine. Chin to chest. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Follow your breath at your own pace. Last one. And then bring your spine back to a neutral position. Extend the right leg out behind you on your toes, and then trace a line or sweep your toes so that they are to the left of your body. Okay, so I'm extending back and I'm sweeping them to the other side. Now I'm going to look as if that right leg is my cat tail. I'm going to look over at my right heel. I feel a nice stretch through the right side body. We'll be pressing into the earth with our hands and breathing. And sweep the leg back and bring it in. I love this one. It's so simple, but it feels so good. So again, pressing the earth away from us. Extend the left leg. Now sweep the left toes to the right side and turn and look at your left heel. Nice stretch now through the left side. And bring it back in. You're going to come, bring your feet to one side, bring yourself down onto the mat. We're going to check in with our posture here this morning. So I want you to sit on the floor, sit bones on the floor. You can sit on a pillow or a folded blanket here, or blocks if you have them, if you like. Knees can be bent generously or barely. And then we really want to focus on our spine from tailbone to crown. So let your hands rest next to your hips here, but don't scrunch here. Okay, so elbows can be soft depending on your anatomy. We really want to pull the heart, lift through the spine here. Okay, again, these can be soft, however generously you need them to get that nice straight spine. Nice and tall here. Find your breath here again, check in with your breath. Maybe calm your breath a little bit. If the standing one's got your heart going a bit. And we're going to do a gentle forward fold. So inhale, extend the arms up, accentuating that length in the spine. And exhale, fold forward. Okay. Touching whatever you can. There's no prize for touching your feet. Okay, maybe something you work towards, but there's no race. Just want a nice straight spine. So again, the knees might be a little bit straighter or nice and generous. That's fine. Pull your heart forward. And then extend the legs a little bit more. And now this time allow your spine to round and just sort of fall towards your knees here. Stay with your breath here. Enjoy the stretch. And on your next inhale, bring yourself up. We're going to do a little head to knee pose. So leave the right leg extended and bring the left foot in. Okay, show you from the front here. Not better. Okay, this knee again can be bent generously. You can be sitting on your blanket still, that's fine. You can even put a blanket or a towel or something under this knee if you need. Okay, we're going to find our straight spine here once again, and then we're going to inhale, extend, and exhale. We're going to fold towards that right toe, those right toes. I'm going to pull the right hip crease back just a little bit, which helps us square up towards those right toes. Again, no prizes here for touching your toes. You might have grip on your shin, your ankle, totally fine. Breathe here, find your breath again. Even nostril breathing. When you have a chance, just be mindful of how your breath sounds, how it feels. Are you allowing yourself to take full deep breaths? Now your inhale, you're going to come up. We'll switch to the other side. So extend the left leg out. Bring the right foot in. Want to turn towards that right leg, or left leg this time, sorry. Turn towards the left leg. Inhale, check in that we're lengthening. Exhale, fold. Again, this knee can be bent as generously as needed. And keep that spine nice and long. Pull the left hip crease back. Check in with your breath here. Exhale completely. Inhale, bring it up. Do a little cobbler pose, so bring foot soles together. You can bring them as near or as far to your hips as is comfortable. Again, you can continue to stay up on a blanket or a pillow here. And give your feet a little massage here. It might be a little soul lazy dirty depending on if this is happening at the beginning or the end of your day, but just wash your hands afterwards. Give your feet a little love here. Starting the arches, working towards the toes, the ankles. And then we want to find a nice straight spine here. Okay, so maybe you want to hold your ankles, maybe you want to hold your toes. We're going to lengthen here. And on the exhale, we're going to fold forward, however far that is for you. If you want a deeper stretch, you can use your elbows to press the knees down. But if you're here and this feels good, then stay here. Listen to your body. Keep breathing wherever you are. And then permission to round here. So we're going to just let everything fall forward, bringing our nose towards our toes. And breathing. Find your breath. Stay with your breath here. Exhale completely, and on your inhale, bring yourself back up again. We're going to lower ourselves down onto our backs for a little figure 4 pose. So feet on the ground, feel the small of your back on the earth. We're going to take the right leg up and cross it over the left. We're going to reach and grab the back of the left leg, okay? If this is not available to you, you can use a towel or a strap or a belt to extend your reach a little bit, okay? Maybe even right here is good enough. Again, yoga is for everyone, which means it's going to look different for everyone. But if you can, or wherever you're at, grab behind the left leg, flexing the toes. This protects our knee. We're going to pull it in until we find and feel a really nice stretch here. You can even rock a little side to side if that feels good. You can play with extending, flexing, pointing the left leg, or you can just stay right here in this nice figure 4 or reclined half pigeon. Nice stretch on the hip here. Feels so good if you sit a lot during the day. Our hips need a lot of stretching and opening up if you find yourself sitting for your job. And then bring the left foot down, release the grip, and bring the right toes down. Take the left toes up and over, cross them onto the right leg, flex the left toes, and use your prop or reach around to grab the back of the right thigh. Pull it towards you until you feel a good stretch. Find what feels right for you here, doing a bit of rocking, extending, or just breathing here in the pose, feeling that nice stretch through the hip. And then you can undo, bring both feet to the ground. Take your arms out in a big T, and then let your both knees fall to the right side. Look towards your left hand. Nice gentle twist here as we come to the end of our practice. Even take the right foot on top of the left knee if you want a bit of a deeper stretch. unhook the legs, bring back to center. Bring both knees up to your chest. Hug them as tight as you can here. Dance the ankles out, roll the ankles out a bit here. Couple of deep breaths, feel your belly press against the thighs. And then bring the feet back down, take your arms back into the T and let your legs fall to the left now, gazing to the right. Again, if you want to take now the left foot on top of the right knee, you can do that. Find your breath here again. And then unwrap, come back to center. Hug the knees in one more time. Deep breath, belly breath. Full breath, feel full 360-degree expansion. The ribs, the side body, belly. Full compression on the exhale. You can extend the legs out now here as we bring our practice to a close, either in Shavasana. So everything touches the ground, let the feet fall apart, hands at your sides, palms face the sky. Fully relaxed here. Or you can come up into a seated pose if you don't want to unwind maybe that much or you enjoy a comfortable seat. Either way, here we're going to check in with our breath and reflect on our practice this morning. Take a couple of really deep breaths here. Have a hand on your belly again to feel the rise and fall. And take a moment to notice how you feel. How does your body feel? Does anything feel more stretched or more relaxed? How does your mind feel? Do you feel like you were able to break away from your day for this time together? Do you feel more calm and clear-headed? And you can stay here beyond the ending of this video if you like, or if you need to get back to something, you can take a full body stretch here, extending the hands over the head, pointing the toes, rolling over onto one side as a pausing point before pressing yourself all the way back up into a seat. You can return to your blanket, or you can just sit here in a comfortable cross-leg position, resting the hands on your knees or in your lap here. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Find some length and strength here in this seat. You can close your eyes just for a moment more as you take another moment for yourself. Check in with your breath once again. And bring your hands together. And to you, I say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to practicing with you again in the future. I hope you have a great rest of your day.